You got me exclusive. I'm so high up and lucid. You take me to a safe place. We steady on the same pace, yeah. I'm crazy, you like that. Don't back down, no you talk back.
Hello angels, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I am a full-time reseller and the apps that I primarily sell on are Whatnot and Depop. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some of my top and favorite sales for the month of January. So we're still technically in January right now. There's probably 5 or 6 days left, I would guess. I think today is the 27th maybe. So there's still a few days left in the month, but I feel like there's enough to go off of to kind of give you guys a kind of rundown of what has been selling this month. We're very much in what I would consider a slower month right now, at least for me usually. So just gonna share with you guys some info that may or may not hopefully help you make some sales on Depop in the coming winter months and going into spring. So mostly what I sell on my Depop is early 2000s items, and a lot of them tend to be either statement pieces or kind of in the more alternative scene kind of realm. But I also sell preppy brands like Victoria's Secret Pink and Abercrombie and Hollister. I kind of sell all 2000s aesthetics on there. So that's going to be a lot of what I share with you guys today. The first item that's sold on January 1st is a pair of glittery zebra heels. I think I could have gotten more money for these technically. They sold for $30 and they sold pretty quickly. But the thing with shoes for me is they take up a lot of space. So I do try to price my shoes kind of competitively so they don't have to sit in my house for as long as maybe some other items that are smaller. But yeah, these did sell pretty fast and they had a tiny bit of wear. There was some peeling on the inside, but nothing too crazy. So I'm definitely happy with that sale. The next item that's sold on January 2nd, and this is a Love Pink velour gray hoodie. This one has kind of a furry white lining on the inside, and this one sold for full price at $48. This one has gold sequins on the back. Love Pink has been doing really good lately, especially if you have certain items, especially ones that have animal print involved, zebra print, cheetah print, but anything with a furry hood also does very well. This one would have done better if it had a very, very furry hood, but because it had that lining, it still did pretty well. Next, I have a pair of sneaker heels, and these are super, super unique, and I love them so much. I love them so much, actually, that I kept a pair for myself. I found 2 pairs of these, and I found 2 in the pink colorway and I found 1 in green. And I think the green ones also sold this month, so I'll be showing you those a little bit later. But these ended up selling for $36. I accepted an offer. I have them listed for $45 originally, and this sold on January 3rd. So I'm definitely happy with that as well, because like I said, I want to get shoes kind of moving quickly if possible. I just have a 2-bedroom apartment. We use one of our bedrooms as storage for our inventory, me and my boyfriend, so it's just nice to kind of keep things moving. All right, another of my favorite items that sold, this one sold on January 7th, and this is a pair of trip shorts. These are hot pink and black. They have little rosette details. They have kind of a ruffle, kind of tutu-esque detail, very scene queen, very early 2000s vibes. These sold for $45 and they sold extremely fast. I think they sold in maybe a couple days max. So that was definitely a good one, and I thought the picture looked really nice. Lately I've been taking pictures of shorts really close up, especially in a way where you can, if it's a brand like Trip NYC, if you can see the tag sticking out with some of the cool details that it has. I feel like that's been doing really well with me with capris, jeans, shorts, any of that type of stuff that sometimes is a little bit harder to photograph. So I'm gonna keep doing it this way for a while and see how that goes. All right, this next one wasn't a big sale by any means, but it's just an item that I really, really like, so I'm going to share it with you guys anyway. It's a little Happy Bunny organizer from the early 2000s. This I had listed for $25. I accepted an offer of $20, and that one sold on January 7th. So I just thought this was really fun. I ended up finding it in the households areas, and it's kind of a little pouch that you can stick pens and a little notepad if you want, kind of a school supply type item. And I didn't know if this would sell very fast or not, but it actually did. It sold in probably I don't know, maybe 5 days, a week max. It definitely didn't take longer than that, so that was definitely a good one. This next item sold for $40. It's a pair of faux fur winter boots. This is by the brand Wanted, and they sold on January 8th. These are kind of like a really cute beige on beige color scheme, but it's like a faux suede situation with a lot of faux fur showing through. They have kind of like a subversive vibe, and they're also kind of giving like a prehistoric like ice princess energy, I would say. So definitely a really iconic pair of boots, and I feel like these would look so cute with like tights and stuff. So I'm not surprised that these sold when they did. It's a very wintry item, and I do like listing stuff like this a lot. It's always a lot of fun to have like items like that in my shop. The next item that's sold is a Hello Kitty hoodie. This sold for $65. This sold on January 10th. And this one has a lot of really fun details because the hood also has like little Hello Kitty ears on top, and there's also a lot of glitter details inside the bow. This particular one was from 2014. If it was even like older than that, it could have gone for more money, I'm sure, especially the ones that are more like kind of like geared towards like punk Hello Kitty imagery, or like the ones that say like epic cute on them. Those go for a lot of money. This one I wasn't totally sure what I was going to get for it, but I think I originally priced it at around more like maybe $90. So over time, more people and more people were putting it in their bag, and since nobody was buying it, I kept lowering the price gradually, and so finally somebody did buy it at $65, which I'm totally happy with. This next item sold on January 10th, and it is a gray Aeropostale hoodie. This one is definitely kind of like a nice oversized fit. It's fairly simple. It's gray, and it just has a really nice logo embroidery across the center. And this one is from 2014. So again, if this one was also a little bit older, and if it had more crazy fun details like a fur hood or something like that, this one could have gone for more money as well. But I had it listed for $36, and I accepted a very reasonable offer of $33. The next item sold on January 11th and is a Chantel Thomas for Victoria's Secret bra. Now this item did sit for a while. I will say I've had this item in my shop for certainly a few months, maybe like 5 months, I would guess. But the thing is with bras too, like bras are one of my favorite items, honestly, to list. So if I think it looks really cute, I don't mind sitting on it. Bras take up almost no space. They also, I think, look really good on my page. They add a lot of like, I don't know, just like a fun angle. Like I'll take one from like the left, I'll take one from the right, and then I'll kind of use that to make my page look very like cohesive. I spend a lot of time at the end of the night sometimes when I'm kind of like winding down for the day, organizing my page and making sure that all 3 rows, like, because you know on your phone it's like a row of 3. I spend a lot of time making sure that it's aesthetically pleasing to look at, and it makes me crazy when it isn't. So that's one of those things that I do just to kind of make my shop look a little more shoppable. Basically, I want people to keep looking at it for as long as possible, and I think having items like this and kind of like using that kind of like angling thing to my advantage definitely helps in my opinion. So this one did sell for $26, which isn't like a crazy amount, but I feel like it's a good amount for what it is. The next item sold also on January 11th, and it's a pair of A Day to Remember booty shorts. These literally sold in about an hour, maybe less than an hour. I actually got these from somebody on Whatnot, because what I like to do on Whatnot a lot of the time is like if somebody has something that I want for myself, I'll buy that item for myself. And then if they have other cheap items, I'll see if I can grab like another item, and then I can use that item to sell. So I can basically cover the cost of the item that I just bought for myself and get some inventory while I'm at it. So that's what I did in this case. And these shorts ended up selling for $45 in, like I said, less than an hour, which is crazy. But these are pretty sought after because they're kind of hard to find. Any like old kind of like band t-shirts even, but like these shorts that I think they came out, you know, during like the Warped Tour era. A lot of them were sold at Warped Tour. These are hard to find items, and this one was really cute because it has like baby pink details with the lettering in the back and the striping. So I'm not like super shocked that it sold that fast, but it definitely was exciting to see. This is another item that I got on Whatnot doing the same exact thing from a different seller. I bought a couple items for myself. I bought a couple to sell. This one sold on January 12th, and it is a really cool little tank top that has a Old English kind of like scene style crown in the middle, and it's from Beverly Hills Pimps and Hoes. It's just got a lot of cool details. Like it's got some writing on the straps that's super cool. It's almost giving like a little Chrome Hearts vibe with the straps, and it's just pretty iconic to say the least. Again, tank tops are some of my favorite items to list, especially ones that have like bitchy little sayings on them and stuff like this. This is just my favorite type of thing to sell. So this one did sell full price at $40, and it's sold in less than a week. Okay, this next one is, I think, my top sale maybe of the month. Possibly. I'm gonna say probably is, but I can't remember for sure now. But this one sold on January 12th, and this one is really pretty crazy. Like, it's a small designer brand from LA's dress. The brand is called Venus Prototype. I literally found this dress in an old bin that had definitely been about to get taken away off the floor. And as soon as I saw it, I mean, it's just so weird and eye-catching. I was like thinking at first maybe it was some sort of children's apron or something, just because of the vibrant colors on it and everything. But whenever you see a tag that looks like the tag this one has, which was it just looks like a small brand, but in a way where it looked expensive to me. And you can just kind of tell when you see items sometimes, you're like, this seems like it might be something. I didn't look it up until I got it home because I was already certain that I wanted it at this point. But when I looked it up, I was so thrilled to see that it's like a brand from LA that, like I said, super small, but definitely has a cult following of some sort. I found their Instagram. They used to have a website. It doesn't seem like the website is in use anymore. So that makes me think that maybe, you know, these dresses are even more rare and more expensive than they were when they originated. But these are probably made in very small batches, and it's kind of giving like a very like Andy Warhol-esque pop art vibe. But the whole vibe of this brand and the dresses that they make, they're fully latex. It's just super freaking awesome and cool. So this dress I had priced at $298, and I accepted an offer of $238, and I was so thrilled when they actually bought it in seconds flat after I accepted it. That's the best customer there is. I don't really get my hopes up when people make offers. I know a lot of people do, but what I like to do is just pretend they're not gonna buy it, and then like I get really excited when they do. I would say like a lot of people follow through, but a lot don't, and it's like just part of the game, you know? Like, just try not to get your hopes up. That's my best advice to people when it comes to like offers. Like I never do. Like it's always just like a happy surprise when it works out. But yeah, I think that is my biggest sale of the month, and I am super, super stoked about that. This next one sold on January 13th, and it's a cute little dress from Leg Avenue. It's a black kind of like tight-fitting bodycon. And the thing that I thought was the coolest about this dress is that it has like a little handcuff strap. So I thought that was an interesting detail, and it photographed really well. It did have like one very minor flaw. So I had this priced at $30 originally, but I did accept an offer of $24. This next item sold on January 13th, and it is a extra large Guess track jacket. This one, what I like about it is that it has a very cool Old English kind of font, and then inside the font there's like pyramid studs. So this one had a lot of just fun details that you don't see as often with Guess, and this sold for, I had it listed at $35 originally. I accepted an offer of $24. This next item is so stunning. It sold on January 14th, and it is an item that Niko found actually, but it's from the brand Polo Jeans. It's a denim mini skirt, and it has the most just intricate, darling details like ever. It has this ruffle lace situation. It has like a lace up thing on the side, and then the belt loops, they have like rhinestone crystals. There's floral embroideries throughout. This thing is very unique. It's very just like one of a kind type vibes. So this item I had listed at $65 originally, but I did accept an offer of $52. This next item sold on January 16th, and it is a very cute little baby tee from Wet Seal. Wet Seal is probably one of those brands that I get like the most excited to find, especially when it's a baby tee. They made a lot of cute stuff back in the day, and it is one of those mall brands that I actually used to shop at from time to time. So this shirt was really unique because on the front it says I'm taken, but if you turn it inside out, it says I'm available. So it's just like a really fun one. It's very of the times of the early 2000s, and this one sold full price for $30. It did sit for a while, but it did sell full price eventually. This next item sold on January 17th, and this item I'm gonna share with you guys not because it's like one of my favorites, but because it was kind of like surprising to me that this sold as fast as it did, full price. It's a very simple item. It's like a Derek Hart gray Henley. And I had this item priced at $30, and that one did sell full price, and it sold very quickly. I at least expected to sit on that one a little bit just because it's just not as like, I guess, exciting as some other items I have in my shop. But this is a very trendy item right now, and it kind of revolves around the whole like Twilight core vibe, like Bella Swan energy. People are really into baby doll shapes right now. They're very much into kind of just like those early 2000 basics that have those subtle details, which this one did have that Henley kind of detail with nice long sleeves. So yeah, just kind of a surprising simple one, because I feel like those items are like fairly, you know, easy to come by to some degree. Maybe not the true early 2000s ones as much, but that style in general, not very hard to find. This next sale is a bundle of 2 items, and this one sold on January 17th. So they bundled a apple bottoms tank top and then a Y2K Bloquette tracksuit. So the apple bottoms tank top, that one I had for a while, and I had it priced at $20. They made me an offer of $13, which I accepted. And then they made me an offer on the tracksuit as well, which the brand on the tracksuit is Side Out. And that one I had listed at $56. They offered me $44. And then together they bundled those. So for a grand total of about $57. Tracksuits are like so cute to have in your shop, like when you can photograph them the way that I did with this one. But it is one of the most annoying things to photograph, I feel like, because also there's so many measurements involved. Like it's hard to even get, like, my mannequin doesn't have legs, so it's like sometimes when I'm trying to photograph it, it's hard to get like a good angle. I gotta really like go down to the ground and like get some kind of like up shots, honestly, of it to make it look really, really good. Otherwise I feel like it doesn't do it justice. You can't do a flat lay and really make it look that good, I feel like. And then once you add it to your store, you gotta do the measurements for the jacket and the pants. But you know, once you do it, it looks really good. I have like, I'm saying this because I have like probably 3 or 4 tracksuits that I need to list, and I just haven't found the motivation to do so yet, but probably in February I will. All right, this next item sold on January 18th, and it is also an item from Victoria's Secret Pink. These sports ones, I wasn't sure how well they would do, honestly. This one is Yankees themed. It says "Take Me Home Yankees," and it's got a lot of really cool details, like metallic silver on the back. It has pink sequins, but I wasn't certain that the sporty ones would do as well, because I don't know that early 2000s girlies are as into sports as maybe, you know, when we were growing up, the girls that were into the Victoria's Secret Pink were, if you know what I mean. But this item did sell for $40. So it sold full price. It didn't take long to sell either, which is great. This next item sold on January 18th, and it is a pair of those sneaker heels that I was talking about earlier, except this is the green pair. So this one, again, I don't think I mentioned it earlier, but they're from the brand Paprika, and this one is the green and white pair. So this sold for, I accepted an offer of $32, had it priced at $40 originally. And yeah, sneaker heels have been kind of popular the last like couple years. I think they're like trending down a little bit, but I really loved the details on these, so I'm glad that I found a couple of them. The next item sold on January 19th, and it is a Hustler baby tee. This one is from the early 2000s. It has the paper tag and everything. The front has a really pretty hot pink angel wing situation, and it has a metallic silver spell out of the logo across the center. And then on the back, it also has a really cool angel wing graphic. So this has a lot of details that people are looking for right now. This item got 191 likes before it sold, and I got a ton of offers on this item, which I did accept a lot of them, but somebody did finally come and buy it full price for $34, which is definitely a reasonable price for this type of thing. I could have probably priced it even higher if I didn't mind sitting on it a little longer, but I'm definitely happy with this. Next item sold on January 20th, and you guys might have seen this one in a couple like videos ago when I did my Goodwill haul from the racks. This one is a pink kind of like puffer coat. It's by this brand called Mile 4, which I hadn't really heard of before, but it's a really cute item, and it has like a little faux fur kind of like collar situation. It has a drawstring in the center, so just a lot of fun details, and the color of it is of course pretty sought after. It's pink. So this item sold full price. It sold for $46. This item sold on January 21st, and it is a super cute fuzzy little cropped like zebra print hoodie. It's got a lot of very like scene kid kind of details, not only like the zebra print but also the rainbow inside the hearts. It has a hood. It has a really cute shape to it. The zipper pull is shaped like a heart. This one I had a feeling would do really well, and it did sell full price. It sold pretty quickly too, and it sold for $45, which I'm definitely happy with. That one also ended up getting like 151 likes before it sold. Now we're getting into the territory of some items that I literally just shipped today. So they're items that sold in the last couple days. It's been the weekend now. Today's Monday. So this item I shipped out today. It is a trip corset. This one I found a long time ago, and it was one of those items that I just liked kind of like having around, so I didn't list it until recently. This item sold in probably like 2 hours. I did accept an offer on it, which I definitely like didn't need to do, but I figured why not, because it was a reasonable offer. I had it priced at $68. They offered $56, and somebody else was selling the same corset for around like 60, and it looks like it wasn't like selling fast, so I was like, I'll take 56. But this one was a little sad to see go just because it was so cute. I liked having it on my page. The next item is a pair of love pink shorts. These sold on January 24th, and these ones are another situation where I bought a couple items for myself, bought a couple items to sell. These ones I were maybe gonna keep, but then I got that pair from Brie for Christmas, and I do like those better, so I decided to sell this one. And I had these listed at $50 originally, but I accepted an offer of $38.50. These fold over shorts are super popular right now. They're not as popular, I would say, as like the flare leggings, but that might also be because we're more in a colder month right now, and when we go into spring, maybe the shorts will pop off a little more again. But either way, the fold over situation is very in demand right now. Okay, this is another of my top sales for the month. This item right here, which is a personal from my closet. This item sold on January 25th. This cheetah print hooded jacket thing, I've literally had, gosh, probably like 8 years, I would guess, maybe more. I got this at Buffalo Exchange when I still lived in Minneapolis, and it's just such a cool piece. But the thing that I didn't like about it the most on me personally was just it wasn't quite like long enough. I would have preferred it if it was just a little bit longer, but it has these really cool pom-pom details, and it's kind of like just like a nice like shape, and like it's very warm and cozy. It doesn't even have a brand, like it just has like a materials tag, but it was very important to me. So I listed it at the price that I was willing to let it go for, which was $168, and it actually sold in about 12 hours full price. So that one was kind of a little bit of a like a knife to the heart in a good and bad way. I didn't expect it to sell that fast, but I also am so happy that it did, because the reason that I'm selling that and a lot of other personals right now is because I want to get tattooed so bad. I actually have a tattoo appointment 2 days from now, actually. So because things like this sold, I can go and do that. And that's, you got to make sacrifices sometimes. So a lot of times, you know, people ask resellers like, how do you not keep everything? And it's like, you just have to honestly keep replacing things. Like you can keep stuff, but then you can't keep it all forever, you know, like you got to kind of like cycle it out. And there comes a time where you have to ask yourself, am I ever going to wear this again? Actually, like, is it just a collector's piece at this point? Is it just taking up space? Would I rather have something else? Like, those are the questions you should really be asking yourself, because you'd be surprised what you want to get rid of when you think of something you want more. And another item that sold on January 25th is the No Boundaries Geisha maxi dress. This one was in my last video that we just put out. This video, as of today, it came out 2 days ago. And the person who bought it actually did see it in the video and came and snagged it. So I love when that happens. I'm gonna try to do that more often. I feel like I'm always like pretty slow about having the items that I show in my videos actually available for purchase. I made sure that was the case for this video just because I had time. I had it priced at $69, but I accepted their offer of $52.40. But yeah, I'm so glad that that like was the case with like having the items in the video and available, because like I said, that almost never happens, so I gotta be more on that. All right, this item also sold on January 25th. This was a really good sales day, and honestly, the reason I think it was is because the day before I had listed 43 things. There were 2 days this month where I listed 40 items in a single day, and those definitely gave my shop a a big boost. I'm trying to aim for 50 items a week, but I'm trying to like average 200 a month. So that it's kind of random when I post items and how many. I'm just really trying to focus on that number because that's a number that's larger than I ever have used to try to do. And yeah, it's definitely paying off. When I do a big drop like that, I definitely see a boost in sales. So this item, I'm also really sad to see go because it sold so fast. I really like this item, but I found it recently and I just love the vibes. It's Ed Hardy. It's from the early 2000s, new with tags. It's just a graphic I've never seen before too. Like it's just got a lot of really cool details, honestly. It has the little geisha down here, the little skull and the wave. So this one I had priced at $58 and they made me a really reasonable offer of $50. So I was like, I can't say no to that. I accepted it and that one is on its way to its new owner as of today. All right, and then the last item that I am going to share with you guys for the month is a item that actually sold about 30 minutes ago. So this one is a Abercrombie fur trim jacket. It's actually a kid-size jacket, but it is large enough that it does fit like an adult small. It is a blue navy puffer, giant faux fur trim on the hood, which I knew would do well. And it has a really fun little moose embroidery, pretty large on the front too. And the thing usually with kids items is like, sometimes if it fits you in the chest, the arms will end up being really short. But luckily with Abercrombie, that isn't the case usually. Abercrombie is one of those brands that really has long arms on a lot of their items. So I wanted to make sure that I included the arm inseam. I also took a photo of myself wearing this one in the mirror so you could kind of see how it looks on an actual adult. And it fits great. Like it looks really, really flattering. So this item sold full price for $85. I think if I tried to, I could have gotten more with this one. But again, it's gonna take up a little more space than a lot of other stuff that I have. So I'm really happy with 85. And yeah, that's a trendy item that you should definitely be looking for when you're out and about. Anything with a fur hood, honestly, is doing super good right now. But yeah, I hope you guys could maybe learn something from that. Let me know if any of those sales surprised you, or like if you have any questions to ask me, feel free to ask them below in the comments. I'll be happy to reply. If you watched all the way to the end of this video, please leave me the worm emoji in the comments. Thank you guys so much. Love you. See you next time.